Yo, 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 this is the Black Sun, working part-time and reading Mein Kampf at Cinnabon. Yo, what's up, fool? Yes, thanks for tuning in, everybody. This is Mike Sledge, and this is a ReConstructions Live daily update. Screw the sunglasses, not trying to be Hollywood there. That was the Black Sun. Nothing I can do about that. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to listen to Renegade Broadcasting, renegadebroadcasting.com, to all the great shows there, if you're not familiar with Renegade Broadcasting. On Monday night, we have the mastermind, Kyle C. Hunt, with the Blitzkrieg broadcast. Tuesdays, we have Wildcard, which gives you, the listener, the ability to use our network as a platform to put out your ideas. And so take advantage of that. Wednesdays, we have General Dana Antiochus with Imperium Europa. Thursday, it is me, myself and I, Mike Sledge, with ReConstructions Live. Friday, it is Siegfried and Ragnarok Now. Saturday, it is the Round Table, and Sunday, it is our new show featuring white women with their ideas of what's going on in the country. Great show. Very impressed with Hex and Sinead. Check that out. Also check out AryanWomen.com. Great site. Also check out NationalProtectionism.com. Now behind me, right here, is the new ReConstructions Live logo to the nationalist cause. You better believe. I like that. And welcome, everybody. This is my going to be my YouTube channel studio. Black Pope money goes a long ways. And this is my first time, so I'll work on this not being so black belt theater. Poof, 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 poof. Hey, you bastard. You stole my rice cakes. Poof, poof. So I'll work on the audio, waiting on Black Pope money to come in, so bear with me. But thanks for tuning in, nonetheless. I want to start off this update, my first ReConstructions Live update, with a quote from the great George Wallace. He said, "Segregation now, segregation forever." Now, why am I starting out with that quote? I am starting out with that quote for one reason, and that is because according to an article, and let me pull this up here, according to an article from thedailycaller.com, and the article is entitled, let me get it here, "Obama Seeks to Segregate Patients and Doctors by Race." And I'm thinking, you know what? This is great. This is big news. Finally, we have separatism and segregation in healthcare. You know, I was opposed to Obamacare, but the more I read about how Obama and Obamacare wants to segregate patients and doctors by race, the more I'm starting to like this idea. Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Has Bolshevik Barry finally realized that the key to successful healthcare, that the key to solving the country's ills is for nationalism, racial separation, ending the multicultural nightmare once and for all? You know, this is great. This is great news. This is the best news I've heard in a long time. Let me read from this article. It says, a 2009 report by the Center for American Progress examining the House and Senate bill eventually signed by President Bolshevik Barry Obama advocates pairing patients and doctors of the same race, a goal toward which the law channels taxpayers' dollars. It goes on. It says, research suggests that healthcare providers' diagnostic and treatment decisions, as well as their feelings about patients, are influenced by patients' race or ethnicity. The report reads, quote, several studies have shown that racial concordance is substantially and positively related to patient satisfaction. The key phrase here, people, is, quote unquote, race concordance, a word which means a state in which things agree and do not conflict with one another. Quote, there is evidence that race concordance, defined as shared racial or ethnic identities between clinicians and patients, is related to patient reports of satisfaction. The report reads, in other words, fixing the broken U.S. healthcare system means assigning Hispanic doctors to Hispanic patients, African American doctors to African American patients, Creole doctors to Creole patients, and white doctors to white patients. Yay! I'm so happy this is happening. Now, it goes on in this article and says that the key to fixing the healthcare system is racial segregation. That people feel comfortable in dealing with their own race when it comes to decisions of health. And I say for the first time that this should apply to every issue across the board in this country. The answer to all our problems is racial nationalism. Every white nationalist should support this healthcare bill. I used to be against it, but hell, now I'm for it. It seems like Bolshevik Barry is now becoming the new George Wallace. The new George Wallace. I mean, you know, and what's funny about this is the majority of people that are opposed to this, are people coming from the GOP, right? The conservatives, right? They're the ones opposed to this. Yeah, ridiculous. And the silence is deafening from the Occupy Granola Street, bongo drum beating, libtard left wing, Bolshevik wing in this country. There's no cries of, oh my God, it's total Armageddon. They're bringing back segregation to America. They're bringing back segregation. What in the hell are we going to do? I mean, you don't hear Chris Matthews, do you? You don't hear Chris Matthews going, you know, oh my God, Bolshevik Barry, how dare him bring about racial segregation? How dare him segregate in the emergency room? How dare he segregate by race, by doctor? Now, could you imagine if this same proposal was coming from a rightist perspective? Could you imagine if this same proposal was coming from the right, even the GOP? Could you imagine? You would hear people like Chris Matthews going, oh my God, can you believe what these racial crackers are doing? Can you believe what these crackers are doing? Segregation, they're bringing back George Wallace. Unbelievable. Now, continuing with the article, it says in the article here that they also want to pump in billions of dollars in new affirmative action programs, billions of dollars to finance programs to give loans out so minorities and the disenfranchised within the diversity, multicultural community can become doctors. That they need these affirmative action programs and diversity programs and new grants and loan forgiveness so they can bring in affirmative action black doctors, affirmative action Hispanic doctors, affirmative action mestizo doctors, affirmative action for the minorities in our good multicultural nightmare called the United States of America. And I say this is great. This is great, big news. And every nationalist, every white nationalist should support this. Because here's the 1-2, here's the 1 Jew. This means that all of the races within the Rainbow Push It Coalition will have affirmative action doctors. This means there'll be affirmative action black doctors, affirmative action Hispanic doctors, affirmative action Asian doctors, and this means that us white folks, thanks to Bolshevik Barry Obama, this means that us white folks will get the best health care possible under the new system. We will all have non-affirmative action white doctors who are skilled and the best at their profession to treat us. This is great news. This means that the white race in this country, the Europeans, might actually be able to live longer, and we might also be able to start increasing our birth rate. And this means that all the other races will have the worst doctors possible through affirmative action. I, as a nationalist, As a renegade broadcaster, I support Bolshevik Barry's Bolshevik Obamacare. Thank you so much, Barack Hussein Obama. Thank you so much. Because for the first time, you're helping white people. And we're going to live longer and reproduce more and increase our numbers and take back Western civilization, Europe, and this country once and for all. Thank you so much, Obama. And every nationalist should support this bill. Thank you so much. Segregation now, segregation forever. Thank you, Bolshevik Barry Obama, for becoming the new George Wallace of the 21st century. And thank you for listening to this ReConstructions Live daily news update. Keep hope alive!